So a couple of places I like to track the nutrient cycle is my backyard. I have a large plum tree here. Traditionally, I rarely get any plums because the birds get to them long before I do. You can see I have some bird feeders. And the birds utilize this yard. This is one of their favorite feeds. It's a seed of a plant called ocean spray. Ocean spray is long since flowered and produced its seeds. But the seed production is a product of the carbon cycle and at the photosynthesis of this plant produces sugars. Those sugars fuel the plant to produce flowers and seeds. And these guys also get a great deal of material out of the soil. And of course the birds who eat the seeds produce respiration, CO2 gas back into the atmosphere. Some of that carbon obviously stored into the structure of the plant and in the leaf structures themselves. Right next to that is another plant that I have back here called salmonberry. Again, the salmon berries are long gone, but it is a favorite bird food. I stopped feeding these birds, by the way, in spring and till the end of summer, till it gets cold again, because I want them to utilize the materials I have here. But as we get a lot of decomposition and leaves falling, I noticed I have several groups of fungi down here who are processing some of these dead leaves. And some of the dead leaves are actually from the salmonberry, some of them from bamboo I also have here. But regardless, these guys are eating the dead material, and they are synthesizing as they poop. As they make their own waste products, they resynthesize nitrogen and phosphorus to make it available for the very plants that are producing the fruits in the first place and the seeds. And wow, there I have a little wren, little winter wren closing in on my bird feeder. So that's one of the ways things are getting recycled out here. And another way that I recycle and reutilize nutrients, this is my patch of sunchokes. I made this like a large compost pile, and I had coffee grounds here and tea bags, which actually help fortify the soil. But my bigger guys that are part of the returning nutrients and into the garden happen right here. And you can see I have lots of worms. And these worms are called red worms. And these guys are great at recycling or reutilizing the nutrients stored in some of my throw-out foods. So I give them lots of banana peels and produce mostly. Fairly easy things to digest. But the cool thing about this, the cool thing about this is what looks like this is all of their poop. This is everything that these red worms, as they've been eating, they've been digesting and pooping out. This black gunk, which is super rich in nitrogen and phosphorus. This is the very material that, as they poop it out, as they eat the carbon stored in my banana peels, in my onions, whatever else I got in here. Looks like I got some persimmons, carrots, whatever I've got in here. They are pooping it back out, and in return I add it back to my garden beds. And so that is, I think this is the right way, that is my nutrient cycle in my backyard here in Rainier Beach.